Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. You probably already heard that in order to take your practice to the next level, we have to master the fundamentals. And in yoga, one really good flow that helps us to do this is the Surya Namaskar A. So maybe you've heard of it as Sun Salutation as well. So in this video, what I'm interested in doing is to teach you the basics, taking our time to review each pose, break down the asana for you to understand them better, and then you can start to flow with a new perspective, with a new awareness on your alignments. So jump onto your mat, meet me. What I'll do is I'll go slow at first, and then we'll build up the pace. And afterwards, I'll even give you options to take your practice even deeper and maybe go into poses that are a bit more advanced and so forth. So if you're excited for this, just make sure that you stay until the end so you catch those as well. All right, jumping into the mat, coming to the top of the mat, I would recommend you bring your big toes and your heels together. Obviously, this is a yogi's choice, but opening the heels to the side, following with the toes, give you the perfect distance from your hip width. And when you've done this, allowing for the toes to lift, pressing down through the 3 points of your feet in order to be grounded, making sure that your hips is squared, so not too tucked in and not too arched back, but completely squared, and then releasing your toes. Feel that the engagement are coming from the earth all the way up into the hips, but from the hips, you also have an energetics that is going down and grounding. And from the hips, you also have the energetics that is going up through the spine and elongating yourself. Palm of the hands are open, shoulder blades are released, and shoulders are pressing down. Taking an inhale here. Feeling into the strength of the mountain pose, Tadasana, release. Next, inhale, bring the hands overhead. Exhale, palms together, fold forward, hips goes up. So we'll pose here. One thing that I see a lot in class is the weight is shifted back into the heels and my hips are pressed back. If we do this, is no problem, but I'm not actually working towards elongating my hip flex, my hamstrings, not hip flexes. So shifting the weight forwards, pressing down into your toes even become white, and then keeping the line with the hips and the heels. Therefore, you can sense, I really feel my hamstrings working here. From that next inhale, pressing the heart up. Once again, a lot of what I see is rounding the lower back in order to lift the spine up. What you want to do is keep pressing sitting bones up, elongating from your hips forward. This is how we lift into the half lift pose. It's not by shifting the hips back and lifting the spine up. No, it's from your hips coming forward and up and finding this flat back. You can, of course, use your hands to press it on your thighs above your knee or under your knee, not on your knee. Please don't press on your knees because depending on how fragile they are, it can be hurtful. Stand here and then rolling your shoulders back, feeling the engagement of the heart pressing forward and the energetics of the shoulders pushing back. Stand here, and on your exhale, bend your knees, release the upper body down, both of the hands down, step back, find your plank pose. In plank pose, you want to have both hands underneath your shoulders. You want to have toes under your heels. We'll do the easy version, so knees down, releasing the toes, and then bending the elbows to the side. There's a video on how to do your Chaturanga, so jump into it if you want more detailed around that. But releasing elbows down, not compressing into the upper part of your body, coming forward, and then opening up the heart. Pressing down with the back of the feet, lifting the knees, pressing pelvis into the mat in order to keep the abdomen relaxed, pushing heart forward, rolling shoulder back. Same actions that we have in the half lift. Stand here. Exhale, release. Plant your toes. Keep your knees on the ground. Press on your hands as if you wanted to go into your child pose. And from there, you can extend your legs and find your downward dog position. So in downward dog, one adjustment that I would recommend is to bend your knees first and maybe lift your heels. So you really feel what is most important is the line from the hands all the way into the sitting bones. So you want to create a line from the tip of the fingers and to the shoulders to the hips, and have a flat and long back. And from there, maybe you can start to release your heels down by not losing what you've already built up to in your spine. Another thing that I see a lot, and I'll just jump into this perspective, is that people bring the shoulder all the way up into the ears. And what you want to do here is open your fingers wide, press into the tip of the fingers, allow for the knuckles to stay grounded, and from there I am using the strength of my arms and I can release the compression in my traps and open my shoulders away from the ears. So just make sure that you're doing this and then pressing the upper body towards the back of the room. Stand here for just one more breath. And on your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step forward, fold forward. Next inhale, I like to bend my knees, press my hips back in order to find a flat back. And from there, with my flat back, come all the way up and then release, and we're back into mountain pose. So this was the detailed version. After which we'll build up to make it a little bit more of a flow. But I'll show you now without the knees down how you can do also from Chaturanga, you can open up to your up dog. So mountain pose. Exhale, we stay. Next inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up. Half lift. Exhale, bend your knees, both hands down, plank pose. Inhale, high plank, we stay here. And exhale, same thing, Chaturanga, staying sideways, close. And inhale, open into your up dog. Similarly to the Cobra, we're pressing down with the back of the feet, releasing the hips back, pressing the heart forward and rolling shoulders back. Some people like to lift their gaze. I don't so much because it doesn't feel good in my cervicals. So once again, yogi's choice, pressing down with the tip of the fingers and the knuckles down. Stand here on your inhale. And on your exhale, pressing on the tip of the finger, engaging the abs, pushing your sitting bones back, and then rolling one foot after the other to come back on the sole of the feet. Stand here. Exhale, bend your knees, step forward, fold forward. Next inhale, bend your knees, hips back, flat back, all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, stay with me. We go once again, this time a little bit more flowy. Inhale, up. Exhale, release, fold into two. Inhale, half lift, hands or no hands. Exhale, hands down, option to step into your plank or jump. All the way down or Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, we stay. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step forward, fold forward. Next inhale, bend your knees, flat back, all the way up. Exhale, release, mountain pose. We go for one last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold into two. Inhale, half lift with hands or no hands. Exhale, step or jump into your plank pose. Inhale, stay. Exhale, Chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale, Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stand here on the inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, step or jump into the front of your mat, fold forwards. Next inhale, bend your knees all the way up. And exhale, release. One last time, if you're really advanced, you may want to work on this. Inhale, arms up, or if you want to push yourself a little bit more, exhale, release. Inhale, half. Exhale, step or jump. Inhale, we step. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And this is the part where you can add, if you want to work on the jumping forward one really good tip here is to imagine that your hips are going up and not forward. So bending the knees, inhale, press the hips up and step forward, landing softly. Release, fold into 2. Next inhale, bend your knees, hips back, flat back, all the way up. And exhale, release. And I would recommend that you practice this. Even 3 times a day is amazing. It's going to open your body in so many different ways, because this little flow, this Surya Namaskara A, actually has all the different kind of openings, side opening, heart opening, back bend, and so forth, and forward folds that you can have in your yoga practice. So it's one flow that has a lot of what you're going to do in your yoga classes, but you can learn this flow and practice it for you. So you don't have to wait for a teacher to help you out. No, take your cards, set them out, do your practice, work on those little adjustments, and take your practice to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in into this video. I hope it makes sense for your body. Feel free to comment on this video and let us know how it worked for you. If you're interested in taking your practice further and you want more of those Asana Lab and description, we have created a course where we explain on all the poses that we have in the deck, on how you can get into the pose, how you can get out of the pose, what are the alignments that you're looking to have into the pose, and also the potential injuries that you may have if you don't do the proper alignment. So check it out, check the link below if you want more of it, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. My name is Ilo from Papers V, and I'm very happy to have been here with you today.